Hi, my name is Pamela and I'm a speech-language pathologist. And today I'm going to try on some hearing aids. I've never tried hearing aids, just one time before did I try a hearing aid. And I've noticed that I have been not hearing clearly more and more. So more hearing loss, and I've been missing out on the first three words, and then I figure out the last words of a sentence, and then I can kind of figure out the message. But I've noticed that it has deteriorated over time, and so I wanted to try these hearing aids to see if they could help.
And how would you know if they work?
Well, I definitely could tell by the clearness of what I'm listening to. So hopefully you'll talk to me while I have them in, and then I will say, wow, the clarity is amazing.
Okay, so we have some Bose hearing aids. I'm going to pass these to you, and you're going to put those on.
Okay.
And then I'm going to show you the app here that we'll connect it to. So go ahead and put that
It's
in
right
your
red, I assume?
Right is red, yeah. Go ahead and put that in your ear.
Okay. Feels like it's in. It tickles a little.
Now the other one, close the battery door all the way, and then put it on the left side.
Oh, I can hear sound. Are they curled this way so it fits? Are they meant to be curled that way?
Yep.
Okay, I believe it's in.
Okay, good. Now just a little test here. Can you hear my voice?
I can. It's a little tinny. I can also hear feedback.
Okay, and
now I can't.
Now you can't. Okay, good. Now I will pass Pamela the Bose app, and we'll see how she adjusts it. There you go. So I'm going to talk to you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm going to just keep speaking to you, and you're going to adjust the levels of the volume control from your phone.
One is treble and one is world?
Yes. So just play around with them, and you tell me how it works and what you notice, and I'll keep using my voice here.
Okay.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Okay. And treble. I can hear myself.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Is that
5.
the treble?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay. Now when I put the treble higher, I can kind of hear myself.
I'll keep talking so you have an example of a voice in front of you. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Okay. Oh, I just heard that bee really loudly. Or that fly.
Yeah, there's a lot of insects out here right now. They're very loud.
All right, that sounds good. I do have feedback. I can hear myself, which is very annoying.
And what do you mean feedback?
Like I can hear myself talk really loud.
Your voice sounds amplified?
Yeah, but...
Do you hear whistling feedback? Like
No, not like that.
Okay.
Just I can hear myself really loud.
Yeah.
But not in a good way.
And how about my own voice? How about my voice?
I hear your voice the same loudness as mine, I think, pretty much.
Okay. And
so I don't know if I should go down. Let's try this. So I can, it's not as, my voice isn't as loud right now.
Okay. Do you hear a difference in my voice compared to before? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
it's still
Friday.
Pretty clear. It's still pretty clear.
Was it clear before?
Yeah, I think so. It was just that I can hear myself.
Okay.
Let's see. All right, let's try this. It's at 40.
Okay, so show me the settings.
I just turned it down to 40.
Okay.
And I can't hear myself as loudly.
Okay. Now on the bottom, press the middle button that says environment. Press the bottom button that says environment.
Everywhere, you mean?
Yeah.
Balanced everywhere modes.
The bottom middle. Yeah. And what do you see now?
This came up.
Okay. And do you notice a difference
Yeah.
here? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
yeah.
Friday.
Hold on 1 second.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yes.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
I don't hear
Thursday,
a lot
Friday.
of the background noise, I feel.
Okay. So
that's good.
Good. So you just figured out how to change the setting from front, hearing what's in front of you, to limiting the background noise.
That's much better.
Okay. You prefer that?
Yeah.
Good.
Maybe that's just for conversation?
Yeah, on the bottom right, press the button that says modes.
Okay. Conversation, outdoors, music, television.
And What do you think is most appropriate in this environment right here?
Well, either conversation or outdoors.
Okay, so let's try them both and see what you notice. All right. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Which program are you in right now?
Conversation.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
The weird thing is world volume? Yeah. So it doesn't really change that much to hear you when I do world volume up.
Mm-hmm.
So why would I?
Okay, let's try to change to the outdoor setting and see if that makes a
Okay.
difference. Let me know when you press it.
Right, that's outdoors.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
seems
Friday.
like that's better.
Sally
because
sells seashells by the seashore.
The other outdoor noise is not overwhelming.
Okay. So what are you noticing? What are you noticing between those different... Yeah, what has been your experience so far with these hearing aids?
It seems like you really have to play around with it to get your perfect experience. Like right now I can kind of hear my voice loud again, like I was doing before. But for being outside, it's way better to have the outside setting when you're outside because it really filters all of the extraneous sounds, ambient sounds, so it's much better.
And tell us more about your experience using the app.
You definitely need to wear your glasses when you're using the app. I don't know, if you weren't here, I'm not sure that I would be able to figure out what to do unless I'm really good at reading own user manuals. But if without that, which I don't have right now, I don't know that I'd be able to figure out what I needed to do.
How would you report your hearing difficulty before this experiment?
I wouldn't say it's severe. I would say it was moderate. I would say it was moderate, coming up to moderate these days.
And how many?
And I haven't had a hearing test in a while. So that's only me. I just noticed that I'm missing what people are saying. Like I said, the first 3 words. And then I make up what it might be they're saying, and it makes no sense. Or I have to process and figure it out, and it takes 3 or 4 seconds to be like, oh yeah, that.
And how long have you been noticing that?
I noticed it this past weekend because I was inside with family members, and they don't talk loudly, I don't think. And I noticed it this past 3 days because of that. Prior to that, off and on. It's like, I know that I have some hearing loss, and part of it is age. I know it's normal. And the other thing is, though, I have a little tinnitus, and I feel like I don't hear that with these in. I don't know if that means anything, but that would be huge if that was the case.
So let's go ahead and press the mute button on there.
Mute. Okay. All right.
So what do you notice now that it's muted in your ears?
Ah.
Do you notice a difference when they were on versus
I don't know.
off?
I do, but I can't tell you. Can I try it again?
Yeah.
I hear the environmental sounds more. Like hear that drilling or whatever it is in the background.
So you're just experimenting.
So the weird thing is I hear the background.
Muting them, turning them off, and then turning them on.
Yeah.
What are you noticing?
All right. So here they are on. Talk. I can.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
It's more the background noise that I can't hear.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Yeah,
Friday.
I can hear you, but I can't hear as much of the environmental sounds, I feel.
With the hearing
Unless there's
itself?
some weird sound that I'm hearing in my ear, which kind of sounded like an environmental sound. Do you know what I mean? Like a, I don't know.
So
Let
you're
me
saying
try it
that
again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah,
1,
like I
2,
can't
3,
hear.
4,
Do you know the
5, 6,
cicada?
7, 8,
It was
9,
just
10.
I can't. It's not. All right, hear it now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's definitely quieter when they're off.
Okay. Okay.
So maybe I'm not used to hearing as much.
Okay. So overall, what are your experiences with this?
Yeah, I'm definitely hearing. Is there a sound that you're hearing? Like, I hear the cicadas. Let's try it again. Yeah, I think it's the high pitch, with presbycusis, with losing hearing at the high end. That's what I think I'm hearing. I think I'm hearing the high end. Like, can you hear that? I don't know. Like, that's the other thing. It's like, that's
Hear what?
like some construction or something going on.
There's some ambient noise, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't hear that when I turn it off. So I feel like it's like the higher.
Got it. You're hearing more soft sounds because right now some soft sounds aren't being passed through because you have a hearing loss.
Right. So that would be like S's, SH. You know what I'm saying? Like all those upper. Interesting.
Okay. Would you try these?
I would definitely try them. I would like to try them not in a loud... The cool thing is you can turn them off. So I would like to try them like in a... like, I don't know, can these work with the phone? Are they Bluetooth?
Those do not take phone calls.
No, okay.
But you can try them out in a small group setting to see if you can hear.
Right. I think in a room, what would it be like?
Indoors.
Indoors.
You want to hear voices from far away and stuff.
Right. Or people when they're not facing you.
Okay. We can test that out later.
Yeah. This is a loud environment, you know. But
kind of, but there's not much noise. We're just outside.
Yeah, I can definitely hear something, some kind of construction.
Yeah.
Which is really weird to think I'm not hearing it because I'm hearing this.
Any last words?
No. I think I would read I would have to read the user's manual, understand how you make it perfect, fool around with it. I think I would need, like a 20-minute helping session. I mean, that would make me enjoy them more. I think if somebody was not used to technology, they might get frustrated and give up. So I think going through this like you did with me, hearing the talking, me adjusting it, do this, do that, really helped. So because of that, I would use it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
These hearing aids cost less than $1,000 and you can buy them online. How do you feel about that? I
think it would be a good start. I don't really know if hearing aids bought at a clinic are technologically better, but I think if this helps enough, which it seems to help, I think that price point is good. And I don't know how long, I don't know if they're fragile, if they would break, if there's a warranty, all those kinds of things would make a difference. But at that price point, I would probably try it and see if it would help.
Great. Thank you so much.